Hey everybody, I'm Jennifer Seeger and welcome back to my channel, The Seeger Stories. Today is just going to be a quick video, but I wanted to pop on and share some things that I am loving spring edition. So I did a few of my favorite things video back at Christmas time, and I know there were some specific things that I shared holiday related, but now, believe it or not, we're into spring. Hard to believe here in Minnesota as we actually have snow going on right now. That's why my lighting is a little weird. If you can tell, I felt like it was bluish, but we're just gonna go with it. And I wanna think forward to spring. These are some things that I'm loving right now. I'm just gonna present them by category. So let's dig in and get started. Before we do, if you could click like and subscribe below, I would sure appreciate it. So I am going to start out with the kind of hair, makeup, beauty. I would throw clothing into this, but I don't really have any new clothing. I haven't been spring shopping yet, if I'm even gonna do that. So maybe that'll be another whole video, but this is just like hair and beauty products I'm liking right now. The first thing I'm gonna share is this brand. It's called DermaE. I know they sell it at Whole Foods. They also sell it on Amazon, so anything I can link below, I will. But this is Restoring Shampoo and Conditioner. It's lemongrass and vitamin E. It's for volume and shine. And what I liked about this is I've been reading some tips online about hair regrowth. And this has no harsh chemicals, dyes, anything like no perfume added to it at all. So it's all natural. So note on this, you may or may not notice, I have pretty thin hair. I don't have any like patches where I'm, like major hair loss or anything, but I've noticed over the years that my hair is continually thin and I have very, very fine hair. In fact, you might notice it looks a little bit different. Maybe you don't notice, I don't know. But a lot of times I do wear hair extensions. I'm not wearing any right now, but I'm big on fake hair because I have very fine hair and didn't get a lot to work with. But I'm starting to think forward and like, ooh, my hair's thinning, so I wanted to take control of it. I read some tips online, have been doing a lot of research, and I haven't gone as far as they recommend like some different things to put on your scalp. I've read that rosemary oil is really good, or mint. I don't like smelling like food, so rosemary was kind of out for me because that's a delicious savory scent, and I'm not gonna go there, but maybe I'll get into that. I haven't done anything besides switch shampoos, so I'm using this new DermaE shampoo. And then I've also picked up these, and again, got them on Amazon. I'll link them below. Oh, here it is. It's a new hair towel turban, because I was reading, I've used a hair towel and turban for many, many years, and the one I had is actually Norwex, and they said to be careful about using like older towels and things on your head, or rough materials. I know like a lot of people swear by a satin pillowcase, things like that. But mine was like seriously so old. So I picked up a new set of 3 turbans here. It came in like gray, blue, and pink, which I gifted because pink's not really matching my bathroom decor. But they have been super great, super absorbent, and they're super soft, so loving that. So those are a couple things hair-wise. Couple things that I've been loving lately for makeup. This first one is Paula's Choice. It is the I'm reading here, super light daily wrinkle defense, and it's got SPF 30. So this is, I picked up as we were starting to have some warm days outside and concerned about, skincare and sun exposure, but also just looking for something that was a little more lightweight. So some days I only use a silicone-based primer that I know I've shared in other videos, and I get that from Ulta. And I'm just liking this over top of it. It's very light, it's very sheer. I am wearing a little bit of contouring and some other makeup today, so I do still use it kind of in this area where I don't hit it with foundation because it can get too heavy or cakey. So I'm either just using this, it's like a tinted moisturizer, and I'm really loving it. I got this little sample off of Amazon. Again, I was kind of doing some research online. This was recommended by a few people, just trying the sample, and I will definitely be picking up more. The other thing, and this is just such a small thing, but I am in love with it, and it's gonna be impossible to show on camera, like seriously impossible. It's so tiny and fine. This is the cheapest makeup brush, like not bad quality. I think it works really well, but cheap as in inexpensive. It is just the Wet n Wild brand. So it's nothing really fancy, but it has a really good, you can see I've already been using it quite a bit here. It's got a really fine tip to draw in eyebrows. So I was not a person that was born with much for eyebrows. Like what you see here is pretty well drawn in, but I like this because it's really fine and you can get in and kind of make the markings like little eyebrow hairs in there. Anyway, I'm really loving this. So if you're a person that needs to draw on your eyebrows, I'm gonna recommend that. I have been loving it the last few months. Okay, moving on to the next category, which is like home. And this is super funny because I know I had quite a bit that I shared in my last video at Christmas, and I was racking my brain like, what have I been using lately that I'm just loving? And nothing was new. I've like so many tried and true products and things that I'm loving, but I did get one new thing that is a pretty cool thing. It is this Mod Wicks is the brand, and I got this, actually my mother had one and she gifted me one as well from Bath and Body Works, I think is where she got it, but I'll see if I can find it somewhere and link it. It is a little rechargeable USB lighter, and they have these at the Container Store, and I had actually gotten one to give Nate for Christmas, and it didn't work. So I took it back because it was like a $30 thing, and then I never really looked into it again because I didn't know what brand would work, and I've seen them a lot of places. But this brand works great. My mom had tried it and used it and loved it, and so she got me one, which is great. But it's a lighter. Basically, it's electrical. It's got a USB charger that you plug into the end of it here, and then it holds a charge pretty well, and then you just use this to light your candles. We still have the outdoor lighters that we're using for like bonfires and things, but just around the house and lighting my candles, which I do like almost every day that I am at home for the day, like working or whatnot, I always love to have a candle lit. So this has been super awesome to have. I can't think of anything else really to share in the home. I mean, we've been home a lot, but I'm like, nothing really new. We've just been doing what we've been doing. So we're moving on to the next and final category, which is food and drink. And this one's big. And I just realized I forgot to grab something. So I'm gonna be right back. Okay, I'm back. I totally forgot to grab these, and I had even told Nate that he could not drink one of these sparkling waters that we got because we're obsessed with them before I filmed this video. So we've been hanging on to this. Spindrift is the brand, and we've seen these quite a few places now. I know we've seen them at Target, Trader Joe's, Costco has a variety pack, but we've tried some of the other flavors, and our favorite by far was the lemon. So Nate works in HVAC, and a lot of times like he'll be at somebody's house kind of fixing their furnace, AC, whatever, and they'll offer him a drink. And he came home one day with one of these, and he's like, babe, you gotta try this. Like, it's amazing. It tastes just like lemonade. It is such a lemony, like I've had we drink a lot of sparkling waters with the different flavors, but this really truly tasted almost like it was so sweet and so good, but there's no sugar or anything in it. It is like legit just contains water and lemon juice, carbonated water and lemon juice, no sugar. Anyway, Spindrift is the brand. Like I said, we're loving this. This was our favorite until we had a trip maybe 2 weeks ago. We went to Trader Joe's and picked up, these are showing up really terrible with the lighting, I'm so sorry. But this is an iced tea and lemon. It's like a sparkling iced tea with lemon, and it is amazing. This one, ingredients are just water, lemon juice, and brewed black tea. So there is some caffeine in this one, I believe, because black tea, in my experience, has caffeine. But it's so good. It's like an Arnold Palmer, but without any of the sugar, and it's sparkling, and it's so super good. So in the food and drink category, that is our #1 favorite right now. We've probably picked up, like I said, Target, Trader Joe's has them. We only did the variety pack from Costco once. We didn't like some of the other flavors. Lemon though, and the iced tea Arnold Palmer, that is where it's at. So we'll be picking up more of those. Probably a regular staple in our house. The other thing that has become a regular staple in our house, and if you watched my Christmas video, you know that Nate gave me an air popper for Christmas, which I have just been loving. We obviously couldn't do that. We did the whole 30 in the month of February. I'm like getting confused on my months already. Yeah, in the month of February, we did the whole 30. So you don't have grains or things, so we're on a hiatus, but like from Christmas Day onward, we've been making this air pop popcorn probably once or twice a week. In fact, I know I'm limiting myself now to twice a week because I was eating it far more than I should have been and was not feeling great because it was just like, oh, what should we have for dinner? Let's have popcorn. And I would be working from home and I'd think it would be, oh, let's just have popcorn for lunch. So it is dry. It's not like cooked in any oil. We used to use the Whirly Pop where you needed to use lots of oil. This is just air popped. And it's kind of difficult because you can't get salt to stick to just air pop popcorn without something else. So we were searching high and low and think we have finally found the perfect topping. We were using like coconut oil spritzer from Pam, which was okay. I kind of like that a little bit, not better, but it was like more of a fresh taste. So that is good. But we did find this, or actually Nate found this at Walmart, and we've been using it. It's theater style. I will say, like, I like a light hand with this. It is just, it's like a, if I can get it open here, it's just a spray nozzle. That you spray on air pop popcorn, you know, just little trigger finger, and just a little light spray is enough to get a little bit of salt to stick. And this is, it's so funny because 1/5 second or 1/5 of a second spray, and the Pam was the same way, like this coconut oil, and it said like 1/8 of a second spray. Like you can't spray for less than a second, so I don't know what they're playing at, but I'm thinking they're doing this to give it like no fat, because this is, you know, like 0.25 grams of fat. Well, consider you spray for like a second, it's a little over 1 gram of fat. So use it very, very sparingly, but it is enough just to make the salt stick to the popcorn kernels. And it's kind of frustrating because the coconut oil, it's like 1/8 of a spray, so they can say it has 0 calories, but like 1/8 of a second, you can't spray for 1/8 of a second. I'm calling false advertising here because they make it 0 calories, so 0 times 0 is 0. But I would guesstimate that if you're doing kind of a couple quick spritzes, which is all we do, you're looking at 2 to 3 grams of fat for a whole container of popcorn. So it's still much better than the oil, although if you wanted just like a healthier option, obviously you could leave it dry. And either way, we love the air popper. So I'll link the one that Nate gave me for Christmas. I actually got 2 for Christmas, so we have a backup because we eat a lot of popcorn. Big fans. So that was all I had in food and drink. Entertainment, I know I talked about last time, like what we're watching. We did watch a few series over the winter, like between Christmas and now. We really enjoyed Ted Lasso. We watched The Morning Show. We watched Yellowstone. We were obsessed for a time with Inventing Anna. We like binged watched that. But currently, as I'm filming this video today, we are not really watching anything. I can't even think. We watch a lot of Live at Disney YouTube. It's just kind of helping us get through these dreary months where winter is turning to spring. But if you have any suggestions on some fun, uplifting shows, please leave me a message in the comments below. I would love to hear from you, what you're watching right now, what some things you love are, or if you've tried any of the things that I talked about in today's video. So like I said, this was just gonna be a quick one to pop on and talk about things I'm loving right now. I do hope you enjoyed it. I love watching these videos. I hope you do too. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.